Hello, good evening. Hello, Amaju. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you, ma'am?
I'm good. Hey, this is Ya Atobra and Amaju. We're here on Straight Talk. And today, what we're going to talk about is where is it? Be unapologetically you, love yourself. But before we do that, let me share to a few groups and then we can start. So, Amaju will chat with you while I do that. Where's the link?
Hello, viewers.
Oh, where is it?
Welcome
Link.
and
Okay.
thanks for joining us once again. It's been a while. I hope
Mm-hmm.
you are all good and we are happy and glad to be back. So, thanks for coming back with us.
Yes. The weather is changing for some of us. So
Some of
it's
us
not,
may probably have snow. We are praying it's not
yeah,
that
in
much.
October. Oh, I tell you. Usually it's like that and then it goes away, but
It
then
goes, yeah, and then
Halloween
it comes
comes
back
and then it's
later.
cold and then that's the start of
Mm-hmm.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, let me
Like
see.
I always say, well, yeah, nearby, yeah, the uncle, you're cooking your chance, so yeah, nearby.
Nobody asked you to come. You can pack your bags and go right back there if you choose.
Yeah, go for the happy sun, the beach.
Yes. Well, it's always, I think that our snowbirds here, they go, they go around this time, November,
Mm-hmm.
and then they come back. Well,
I have a worker that have a property on the Caribbean,
oh, wow.
and she said all she does is by November ending, she's out. She's back
Mm-hmm.
on March, early March
In
or
March.
something to
Oh,
work
okay.
again, and then
Okay.
goes back. She was like, I haven't even think about winter boots for a very long time. All I would pull is my
Yeah.
sweaters and my jacket because the time you come back, everything is melting. And you see her in her slippers and she's okay with it. What a better life.
Well, well, well. So I finished sharing. So we can continue.
Okay.
Yeah, let me see.
All right, mom. Come with the topic. Self-love.
So today is be unapologetically you love yourself. So when we say love yourself, what do you think about? I have some comments, but we can talk and then I'll bring them in.
Okay.
Is it
My
important to love yourself?
my little research about self-love is open and honest.
Mm-hmm.
And this being open and honest have to come from you first.
Mm-hmm.
So meaning you are being open and very honest to you. And how do I be open and honest to me?
Mm-hmm.
Meaning I'm believing that what I think I'm doing to myself is okay for
Mm-hmm.
me. And I'm admitting that it's good and I'm not lying to myself. Being honest to yourself. Meaning that I'm accepting that whatever situation it is, I am happy with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I will put our sister who is 35 married to 89 or whatever as an example. Is she being honest to herself? Is she
Well,
being
apparently she's
open?
happy. That she's in a happy marriage.
Is she or she's just saying is it being
But
very
you are not
open and
her.
honest?
You're not maybe inside her, just what you said. Inside her, she feels that she is and she's doing the right thing.
Yeah. So if he really feel that she is and she's very open and honest to herself, then she's on a journey on finding herself as a self love.
Hmm. But what you've said, um, do we all know that? Do we all know this? Because
We
the way
don't
you are
know we have.
describing it, maybe you know it, but what about other people? Do they,
Yeah,
other women?
I am not sure they know. Because if you love yourself that much, before something will come out of yourself to tell somebody, you would think about it. So it's obviously a lot of us do not know the meaning of self-love. That for sure.
So, but even though you are saying that it has to come inside of us, one of the things that I have down is, like I said, our perception of ourselves when we are first born and we are growing up as little children usually comes from people outside of ourselves. Do you think that's a factor? Because how your parents, hey, you can be the most favorite or you could be the black sheep of the family, like how people perceive you also defines, like, do you get what I mean? It affects how you think about yourself too.
Yeah, but what is given to you is what you accept. So if you are being paid as the black sheep in the family, that is what you accept to yourself. Oh, I'm the black sheep. You own up to it.
They say, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's
because,
yeah.
but like the thing is, when you're a little child, you don't have any choice in the matter. It's
Right.
only as you are growing, if even you see what you said about some people don't know, or maybe don't not even thinking about what is coming out of their mouth. For some people, the script is so ingrained that it's hard for them to move away from it. All you hear them say every time is, "Oh, as for me, my father didn't look after me," and then it's on and on. They keep talking about it because obviously there's been an effect, there's been an impact. Or, "Oh, my mom didn't love me," or whatever the excuse may be. So they keep feeding that
Out
beast.
of nowhere, my phone just pop on paternity court. And there is a 47 years old woman who was saying, I haven't felt loved, and I feel like I have never been loved because I am still in a search of my father. That is for her.
Yeah.
And now with my little research about self-love, she have to do the work by knowing herself that I've loved myself enough
Mm-hmm.
to not being not feeling that I feel like I haven't laughed. So if I should put that lady in the equation, definitely she's still questioning that I feel I want, but questioning that am I loved enough? If I'm
Mm-hmm.
loved enough, meaning my father have to be in my life.
Mm-hmm.
But the research is also so it's something you have to do for yourself.
So,
Okay, so I find that statement to be if she do herself a research and accept herself for who she is,
mm-hmm.
she will embrace who she is,
Mm-hmm.
and she will be able to fill in the void of not feeling love
Mm-hmm.
out of the equation, and that may be a process of healing.
Mm-hmm.
So if anything at all that is blocking you for you to feel like I haven't even feel that is how it is that I, I feel about me, then you have to do yourself a healing. You have to find yourself to heal yourself and learn to appreciate yourself for who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And then you will be able to fill in the void that is making you feel not being loved enough.
Yeah. So based on what you were saying, my other point that I had is that sometimes a child does not have any discernment to be able to see through those how people view them. So in her case,
Mhm.
she grew up as a little girl without a father, and that's what has defined her. And
Precisely.
probably too, there was no mother. The mother who was around was not helping. Was not able to help her to,
Feeling the void.
yeah, to put it in some perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Even though somebody might say, "Hey, my father wasn't around, but my mom made sure that I was okay." Not that your mom took the place of your father, but, and I'll give you an example. There was, I forget what, I don't know if it was a movie or one of these things that we watched, and it was
Mm-hmm.
this girl that she fell in love with a guy, and she thought the guy was a very nice guy. And this guy got so strange later on. He wasn't divorced and he lied to her and she found out, and all kinds of things were going on. So at the end of it, the guy set her on fire. But when she was young, the mother, when it was her birthday, the mother would always take her out and say, "Oh, surely couldn't your father even call and this and that?" Like the way, I forget her exact words, but it wasn't encouraging. So, I just the way the mom spoke, I believe I could sense that it made the girl feel worse. So she was always looking for love. And so she attracted herself to, even she got together with a guy who almost strangled her, and she ran away from that relationship. Then she ended up with this guy. Even after being burnt and going through all these scars, she goes, "Oh, is she ready for love?" Yes, she's still ready for love. I'm not saying that she shouldn't, but that hollow probably inside her still makes
Have
her
to.
yearn for something
Young.
outside herself. Yes.
And that is why doing a soul research and
Mm-hmm,
accepting you for who you are, to
mm-hmm,
fill that void before you look. Because
mm-hmm,
if you feel unfulfilled and you are looking for what you want out there, you will not
mm-hmm,
get it. You rather be adding more pain. So meaning this lady
mm-hmm.
was busy looking for this
Person,
love
yeah.
and else, and it went
Mm-hmm,
somewhere. Yeah.
yeah.
I i remember my two boys.
Mm-hmm,
My big one, who kind of know daddy before daddy got out of the scene,
mm-hmm,
started missing daddy. So once in a while he would come and say, "Mommy, I've missed daddy."
mm-hmm,
And then I would say, "Well, daddy will definitely come, don't worry."
mm-hmm,
But as time goes on, he's still growing and daddy is not showing up. So I sat down and thought of it, of how do I divert
so,
this? So
mm-hmm,
I think from 3 years ago, I hugged her and I said, "I'm enough. I am here."
mm-hmm,
And
mm-hmm,
and enjoy me for now. When daddy
mm-hmm,
comes, you enjoy daddy too.
mm-hmm,
And for some weird reason, it kind of worked.
mm-hmm,
It worked with him. He doesn't come to say anymore. And I realized when the little brother, he and they talk a lot about themselves, and I listen, I pay attention. And the little one was saying, "I wish daddy would come around for me to
mm-hmm.
see him." My big boy said, "Mommy is enough, but he's gonna come." So
Oh,
you
that's
see,
good.
it's, yeah.
Mm-hmm,
And I was so much happy just from, I was just
mm-hmm,
trying to listen to their conversation when they are there and they are talking.
mm-hmm,
I will encourage every single mother who is there with
mm-hmm,
little children to take this from me. Whatever it is that you say, they hear and they take it
mm-hmm,
very seriously. My boys are
mm-hmm,
example.
mm-hmm.
The fact that he was able to tell the brother, "Mommy is enough," and
Maybe
daddy will come.
it will go into
I,
his, yes.
yes, I
Mm-hmm,
am so, I am so happy, because this is the second time he said something
mm-hmm,
that I told him, just as I was saying,
mm-hmm,
the teaching or the training where a little boy who threw tantrum around, when I got
mm-hmm,
up and said, "I will pretend I'm leaving to see if you run to follow me."
mm-hmm,
I did that with him. Since he noticed that that is what I did. If I
mm-hmm.
say, "Let's go, we are not staying any longer," he
Anything.
follows. When the brother wanted to do it, he told the brother, "Mommy will go, Elliot, let's go."
Mm-hmm,
So I am happy. I made a note of those, and I felt like what I taught him, it's on him, and he's telling his brother.
mm-hmm.
And I was
And it's
happy he was able to say that.
mhm. And it's not to say that you saying that means that you are taking the place of the dad not being
Not
there, but
at
you're saying
all.
that this is the situation.
Eh,
This, like
yeah, and
we
I'm
are
here
here.
now.
Let's
Yes.
enjoy what is here, and that will come in
With
its time when it
yes,
comes.
with uh my little teachings and my little hanging out with the younger ones and those
Mhm,
children that do not have daddy at home, and how they handle situations, with me listening to them and how they think.
mhm,
If we will be, we parents
to
will
be
try
open.
much enough to pop that love in them.
Mm-hmm.
And don't make it appear that I'm the only one doing it and the other part is not there for
It's not.
them to be feeling that pain.
Mm-hmm.
Then I
Mm-hmm.
think we will be able to be overcoming those situations rather than we adding more fire to injury by saying, oh, and you are not here, and that is why I'm the only one doing this, and taking it on them.
Yes.
I know the
Yes.
way I'm seeing my situation, somebody will not see theirs like that.
Yeah.
But just to throw it out there that it's all depend on how you handle it for them not to carry on with their pain.
Mm-hmm.
I keep saying my mistake got nothing to do with them.
Yeah, that's true.
So they shouldn't feel no pain for that. They
Mm-hmm.
should grow up and have a different mentality altogether about whatever it
Yeah.
is. They should grow up to find different things by themselves. But at this moment that they are young, they did
Mm-hmm.
nothing wrong with the choices I made or my ex
Yeah.
made. So yeah,
Okay.
if we accept the void and learn how to play around it,
Is it?
then the other one that is the middle wouldn't be heading too bad.
Mm-hmm. So are we, if I say that loving yourself depends a great deal on how you see yourself, would I be correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You would be exactly
Okay.
correct because yeah, it is the like self-love is the ultimate commitment to get to know and accept yourself as you are.
But won't they call you selfish? You know where we come from is like where oh okay, no, hold on, I'll say, but you can't, I don't know how to
That
even
is
explain it.
that is
You
where
can't
the
take
word
yourself and just put it
unapologetic
out
come
there.
in.
Yes, you
That
can't
is
take
where
yourself and put yourself,
unapologetic come in.
but we have to go there so that we can come to there, go to that place and then drag it to be where you can be unapologetic, because we don't allow people to be themselves. In our families even, we are not allowed to be ourselves, because when something is going on, all we know is that everything has to be a certain way. So, oh, and yes, she leave it alone. Or even if your sister or somebody does something to you, oh, don't worry about it. Oh, this you only penny says, oh, only a collar says, and then we brush it off, brush it off. So we don't have any form of self-expression. You can't be yourself. You don't know, a lot of people don't know who they are because they've been put in little, we all were put in boxes, and some of us decided we had had enough and we just got out of it and threw it away. So how do you deal with that?
The opportunity is that we have gained now is what you and I have
Mhm,
learned and sitting here talking about.
mhm,
Our time, during our time, there wasn't, just as you put it the last time, there wasn't anything where people are talking for us to listen to. But today, technology has made it a point whereby everywhere and everywhere we can listen to something and think
mhm,
about it and reason about it.
mhm,
So if you find yourself in those categories, some
mhm.
of the solutions are what you and I are putting out there right now.
Okay.
Try and find yourself one way or the other.
Mhm,
And somebody might listen and also tell you that, my sister, I heard some people saying this. So why wouldn't you do it like this?
mhm.
It's all about education.
Are
And
we
the
prepared
world
to
is,
listen to anything?
I think we
Sometimes we
are.
are afraid to make change. No, seriously. We know that something is not working, but we are
Mm-hmm.
so afraid to make the change because of how we've been conditioned. You think that if you make that change, somebody will be mad at you, somebody will be upset with you, or my friends won't like me if I start saying no to some of the stuff that they are doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Because
Yeah,
people
but
don't want to.
we keep refusing to learn, and that is why the problem is still it's there facing us. So it's
Uh,
about time we won't join hands together and try to do work on ourselves.
mhm,
It's a work. It's self-love is something that you have to work on yourself. And my riches have actually told me it has to be something that needs to be practiced daily.
But we don't want to
So,
practice
mhm.
daily. If we practice
Many.
daily,
Mhm.
listen, if we practice daily and we say no to some of the nonsense that the man, maybe the man in your life might be putting up with or doing, or the friends are telling you, not giving you good advice, you feel afraid. You feel like, oh, I'll be all alone. So I need to put up and go along with it.
Ma'am,
We
many
are not
we
real.
haven't been
We are
open and
not
honest enough to ourselves. If we are open and honest enough to ourselves, we will definitely know that whatever situation we find ourselves is not good for us, and we
real.
have to bring a changes to it. So if
But some
it's
of us
still,
are
if
not
we
willing to
feel,
do it.
yeah, we are not willing because that is the refusing part. And
Mhm.
this is why we are also trying to talk about it or say something about it. That's
So
the
if you
main
don't feel
reason
good
why,
about
like I said,
yourself,
you and I sitting here talking about this. But if we should have been insulting somebody now, I know our blog would have been so all over. But because we are not, and we are talking about different things altogether, people are not listening. But that is not will not also give us up. We just have to. Everything doesn't have to be negative. Something have to be positive. So yeah, as time
so,
goes on, we will learn how to. I know a lot of people find themselves in the corner. They wouldn't even know how to come out of it or
that.
how to turn things around. But
Mhm,
you have to be open enough and honest enough to yourself.
mhm,
You being open and being honest, it have to be from you
mhm.
before.
I hear all what you're saying, but it's just that I get the sense that some people are
Mhm.
just not really
A lot.
interested interested in doing that work. It's more it's more work or hassle than they want to deal with. So they would rather accept status quo and stay put. And you know us, and there's some too who are doing that work. And so when we see them and they refuse to put up with certain things that the people down here are doing, then we say, oh, what to say or to say. But meanwhile, maybe you want to learn how to also um, take care of yourself or become better, right? I don't know. There's a
The
lot.
book, your book, Reflection of a Tasty Soul, made
Hmm.
it clear for us to know that we shouldn't just exist, we should live.
Or sometimes, what if sometimes you are forced into existing?
Yeah, so you do yourself, love, find yourself to find a way to love yourself.
Hmm.
So you will not just exist, but you will live.
Hi, Missy. Long time. Welcome.
Hello, Missy.
But there's a lot of us like that, right? It's so. Thank you. Beautiful topic. We need to learn to love ourselves, eh? So okay, well, it's so hard because I find for women too, we are defined by so many things. So maybe, yeah, there's nothing like being yourself, bam. So maybe it's like you are afraid to go against what society expects of you. Like maybe even you don't even want to get married, but they are pushing you. You don't want to have children, but they are pushing you. Or you don't want to go to school, like go and
Mhm,
get degrees and this and that. You want to be over here, but you
mhm.
don't know, because you don't know yourself and you don't love yourself enough. You buckle. You let people push you around and you don't do what is right for you. And people are
M-
always defining you. So where do you start?
Many, many, we are not open and honest enough to ourselves. We are busy listening to what people are deciding and thinking for us.
Hmm.
The and if we don't want to, you find yourself in a situation whereby you don't want to. At times you say, "Situation have put me there." So yes, situation placed you there, but what have you done about it?
Hmm. Well, you see, the thing is, I don't know. I always go back to where we came from.
Mm-hmm,
We're always taught to think of other people first before ourselves. And it's especially like that for the women. So how do you now start to come and tell people, I'm making these boundaries? You can't come through. you
Just,
know.
just as our sister Missy put it there, and loving others. So
Mm-hmm.
if we leave ourselves and loving others or trying to do things to please others, meaning we are living for others and we are not being open and honest to ourselves. It's
Mm-hmm.
as simple as that. If we
So
love
okay.
ourselves, then
Mm-hmm.
we have to be honest and open to ourselves.
Yeah, do you know what I find though? I
Mm.
find that sometimes we're so caught up in our cultural rules and whatever expectations that we tend to judge quickly and we won't separate and look at the issue very critically. Like right now, even as
Exactly.
we're sitting here talking about loving yourself, somebody can say, oh, nah, loving yourself, and also saying, like you've gone to pick up this abrofosem. No, it's not that. Like if you're a whole person, you believe in yourself, that's how you can impact other people. You can't love other people when you don't love yourself.
If it's
Because it
something we
says
don't
hurt
really
people, hurt people, hurt people.
it's something we don't really should I know that it's something that needs to be practiced daily but can take a lifetime to master. If I did not
Yes.
research about self-loving, I wouldn't
Hmm.
have even known that it's something I have to be practicing myself every day for me to
Yes.
master. But it's a lifetime goal.
Yes.
So if you sit somewhere and say, "Oh, it's obviously you still do not understand what we are saying.
Yes.
Meaning you are not getting or you are refusing to accept it.
Hmm.
That is a refusal. And anybody that will refuse to love themselves,
Hmm.
then if what you don't have, you can give. If you don't love yourself, you can't love others. It's as simple as that.
Hmm.
It's as simple as that. So I will beseech that nobody see this topic to be for summer, but not but would rather see reason with it,
Hmm.
because it's not we might know a little bit, but there's a lot. Even though we are tackling it, there is a lot I may not know about self-love as I'm sitting here, even though I'm
Yeah.
trying to explain the little that I
Yes.
know. There is
Yes.
still a lot I don't
Same
know
here.
about it, because yesterday when you said that is something you should be thinking about.
Hmm.
Most of the time when you say something, I Google a little about it
Yeah.
and read and brainstorm about it. So
Yeah.
when you said it have to base on self-love, I was something I haven't really much. So I decided, and I realized that it
I
was
want
a
to Google
whole
too.
exactly. I realized that there was a whole thing for me to know about it. But the
Yeah.
part that actually grabbed me is it's something that have to be practicing daily. That
Hmm.
can be a lifetime. It will take a
Yeah.
lifetime for us to master. So yeah, it's a whole course. Of
Hmm.
course, Macy, it is a whole course.
Yeah. Because what I found out is that it says, what we mean by loving yourself, it means to accept yourself as you
Mm-hmm.
are.
Mm-hmm.
So there are people who may be, oh, I don't like this, I don't like myself. They want to
Mm-hmm.
be something else. They want to be accept yourself with your flaws and all. Like, I mean, if there's bad traits that we all have that we can work on to change, there's nobody who cannot change. So if you say that I'm going to sit here and be the same person, then you're not going to grow. You are just left in a corner stuck there, right? So you have
Yeah.
to come to terms with the aspects
Mm-hmm.
of yourself
Because
that,
it's a foundation. It was like
you can't
it's a
change.
foundation on which we build a happy life.
Mm-hmm.
It's a foundation on which we build a happy life. So you have to have more. You have to accumulate more to build
Mm-hmm.
more love on it.
Yeah.
If you have any, meaning you are not building anything.
Well, it says loving yourself to means to have self-respect, a
Mm-hmm.
positive self-image, and then
Yes,
unconditional self-acceptance. So,
exactly. You see?
for me, the thing that I say, there's a quote by Eleanor Roosevelt that I love so much. It says, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent."
Of
And I
course.
tell myself that you are not coming to make me feel bad about myself. I'm not feeling bad about myself. So if you are coming to tell me some rubbish or something, then it's you. What is coming out
Mm-hmm.
of your mouth is not for me. I don't receive it. And a lot of times, especially when you are a young child or a young person, you don't know how to sort between those things. Like I
Mm-hmm.
heard so many things growing up that now I'm like, oh, gee, that was their problem. It has nothing to do with me.
Yes.
Yeah. Missy says we can never love others if we don't love
Yeah.
ourselves. And the love is
Yes.
felt by people around us,
Mm-hmm.
spouses, children, family, and
Children,
friends.
family, and
Very
friends,
true.
for sure.
Yeah. So, like I was saying, you have to know who you are. So I'm not like, if somebody comes to say something to me and I don't like it right now, I will tell you. I'll tell you right up, because I'm not somebody that I want to go and sit in the corner there and be stewing about it, that, oh, I should have said this, oh, I should have
Mm-hmm.
done that, or you're upset and then you are, like in our culture, in our society, we have a lot of people who do that. Something happens, next time their behavior towards you has changed, and you don't even know what it is, because we don't have emotional intelligence to be able to speak speak
Up.
our truth to people and say, look, hey, you said this, you did this, I didn't really
Mm-hmm.
appreciate it. And then the person might come back and say, oh, that's not what I meant, this is what I meant, right? And
Exactly.
people, a lot of us with, oh, I don't want to talk about things. Me, I'm a Tiho, they say that mean, yeah, because everything I'll ask you right away, because I don't want headaches. I'll ask you right away. That's how I am. I need to know, what did you mean by that? You can't sit and not talk about something, right? So somebody like my husband, is too much for him that, oh, everything you want to talk. I say, yeah, you have to get it out of the way and then you move on.
On Sunday, um, a neighbor who I know, I wouldn't. One second, ma'am.
Mhm. So we are talking about loving yourself. Be unapologetically you. You need to set boundaries for yourselves. You need to work on yourself. You need to love yourself. You need to be developing yourself. You back?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I'm back. Like what I was saying, on Sunday, I met
Mm-hmm.
a lady who I have, I wouldn't call her as a friend, but she's
Mm-hmm.
somebody I know. Once in
Mm-hmm.
a while, we decide, she have a boy, I have a boy. Once in a while, we discover our boys and how they
Mm-hmm.
behave. Whenever we meet, we'll talk and go away, but she's just not a friend that I would just get up and call on something.
Mm-hmm.
So I was in a friend's house and she was there. And one of them was happy to congratulate me because of COVID. We never visited for a very long time. So when she, oh girl, I heard you moved to your new place. I'm happy for you. So I was, oh yeah, thank you. And she was there, but she didn't say anything.
Mm-hmm.
And in my mind, I was, wow, she can't even say congratulations. That was what I just said
Yeah.
in my mind. So
Mm-hmm.
now, since then, we haven't seen ourselves for another 3 or 4 months or 5 months. Then on
Mm-hmm.
Sunday, we met at this party that I told you about.
Mm-hmm.
Then out of nowhere, she was like, oh, you move and you didn't even tell me. My husband have to tell me you move. I was your husband. The same way I haven't met you, the same way I haven't heard my husband. Where did your husband? So when did your husband heard? Yeah, yeah, your husband. My husband told me you moved about a few weeks ago. Then I was you were sitting there where these people were congratulating me, and you
Mm-hmm.
couldn't even say congratulations. And now you are saying I didn't tell you I moved. So you see, I thought she didn't tell me congratulations, and she also thought I didn't tell her that I've moved, or she haven't heard from me that I bought a house or something.
But you
So,
know something?
mhm, mhm,
Right there. I'm asking myself, so is that why
mhm.
people were congratulating you, and maybe because you hadn't told her,
No,
that's why she
according
sat
to
there?
her, because people were congratulating me some months back.
Yes. Yeah,
So
I get
to
that.
me, so I was questioning myself that how
Mm-hmm.
come you wouldn't say congratulations? I
Mm-hmm.
didn't know you did not hear the conversation that we all had. I was
Oh, she
sitting there
didn't
by
hear the conversation.
as yeah. But me, here I am also saying, how come she can't even say congratulations
Yeah.
too?
Yeah.
So you
Mm-hmm.
see, so the two of
Yeah.
us have to iron it out that I was,
Yeah.
look,
Makes.
that day
Mm-hmm.
that you didn't tell me congratulations, I was questioning myself, how come you can't even say congratulations?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that you didn't hear. And here
Yes.
you are, I also heard from your friend, and you were thinking I didn't tell you everything, but I thought you also heard me. So
Yeah.
you see, we ironed it out. we ironed that issue out, and she, oh, my sister, I'm so sorry, and oh, I'm happy for you, blah blah blah.
Could have been
So,
sooner.
so yeah, she got invited to my turkey. She came. She was so happy. Oh, girlfriend, good job. This is so beautiful. I like it. You know, we ironed it out.
Mm-hmm.
But like I always say, I'm a type who ignore. I did not even put it in my mind that whether she gave me that. If she did not even attack me, oh, you move and you didn't even tell me, I wouldn't have even questioned her that, oh, how come you didn't congratulate? I wouldn't have,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
it's something that I have ignored long time ago. But she took it more serious that I moved without telling
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
her.
But I mean, it got sorted out. There are some that
Uh-huh.
they pick a bone about a little thing
Exactly.
instead
So
of
should
opening your
I?
mouth or a phone
Yes.
call to say, "Hey, can we
Mhm.
talk about this?"
Yes.
You
Should
see,
I
our
should I maybe go up and down saying, oh, that one was there and she couldn't even say congratulations or whatever, and she had it, maybe it would have been a different story.
mm-hmm.
She did be the other way around. She was also maybe
Yeah.
busy saying, 1 minute. She was also maybe busy telling me, oh, that is why she couldn't even tell me she moved. I talked with her. We talked like, it's not like that. She wouldn't even tell me anything. I don't know how it would have been, but I was just happy that we ironed that issue out.
Resolved
I
it.
am exactly and solve it. So that is how we should be. We should be bold enough to maybe
Mm-hmm.
approach people in case of something that we do not understand clearly. In that case, we don't have that bitterness about in our hearts towards
Mm-hmm.
the other person. Yeah.
Mrs. says I actually ignore my entire being shut down to negativity. That's all. It's too much.
Then we have
Too much.
something in
Like,
common.
yeah, there's a lot of drama, and this is why I'm saying that our level of emotional intelligence, any little thing, we make a big thing out of it, and then it becomes a full blown war or something. So, we are going to talk about how to love yourself. It's not like loving yourself starts from you accepting yourself. There are a lot of people who are not happy with who they are. They want to be somebody else, or they think somebody else's life is better than they are. But there's is. But you should start from the point of view of yourself. If there's something that you think you are lacking, you need to start doing something about it, because life is passing by and you can't sit there being unhappy. Do what makes you happy, because you owe it to yourself to be. What brings you joy? What is your passion? What are your interests? Right? And try to grow yourself. If you are stuck in the same place with the same people who may not be going anywhere, they're okay. Like, I mean, I've gone to work, I've come home, and I take my phone and I'm talking and gossiping. Is that what you want to do for the rest of your life? Or get on Facebook to see who's fighting whom or who is insulting whom? Is that life? Is that what brings you joy? When you're laying in your bed alone, what do you do? What goes through your mind when you reflect about these negative things? Is that what makes you happy? Like, are we so lost in ourselves that we're only happiest when we see our fellow human being fall down or somebody attacking somebody? Why don't we take the opportunity to better ourselves? Self-love is very important. You need to be able to love yourself in the sense that learn to have fun by yourself, learn to be by yourself. Go out, do something, go for a walk, travel. Well, it says travel by once a year. If you have the money, even if you don't go, because money is not something that we'll ever have lots of, but it's coming.
Yeah.
Yes. And also, you need to forgive yourself for your mistakes that you've made. And you can start a journal. Like, there are some things that you don't want to share with anybody, write them down. A lot of people are walking around with a lot of pain stuffed inside them. And then when you tell them, like, we all need therapy, but your chrome for no, when you say therapy, they think that, oh, you are
Another
crazy.
brofusem now they abano.
Sorry.
They will say
Sorry.
another brofusem mo the mo kosia brofone nyama no yes.
But no, you because you don't want to talk to anybody or write your thoughts down. Because there are some people too, they are full of anger. They are so angry that when they see another woman, like they seem happy or whatever, they'll just like look you up and down and chew you only because they are so miserable themselves. You don't love yourself. Sometimes you need to give yourself a break too. You are tired, just give yourself a break from these situations, right? And then also you love yourself by saying no to others. Sometimes people will put too much on you. Oh, do this for me. Oh, do that. Oh, this. Oh, that. Trying to use you or manipulate you. No, you have boundaries. You say no. They won't like it. I remember reading on something, one of these lives, some lady had made a comment that when she came to her senses and she started weaning out some, putting boundaries in place, she realized that she was losing friends, but she's happier. There are a lot of people who can't do without their friends, but the friends are also not good for you. Like I'll say, I heard somebody, I don't know if I heard or read it somewhere, but well, a lot of these personal development coaches, they say these things, or the writers, that if you are in a group and you are the highest, like the most knowledgeable person or whatever in that group, you have a problem because you need to move and find people who are higher than you so you can learn from them. Because if you are in that group, they are not going anywhere. You are stuck. They are looking up to you, but who are you looking up to?
Exactly. Who are you looking up to?
So
Yeah.
it's very important. But a lot of us are not interested in doing that, growing. Like I say, I'll go back to this culture thing because I like to whip it. When you get into a group, when you go somewhere and you see women talking, all they want to talk about is their children or the food that they are going to cook. Is that all? Like, do you get what I mean? It's almost like,
There's
so.
something called learning behind your be, learning behind your circle or after your circle.
Mhm,
Meaning you try to do a little more from your circle to see the other side.
mhm,
I think exploring or seeing the other side of things is not it's something some of us do very well.
mhm,
But the only way we can know or admit that these things have to shouldn't be the same, but we should see the other side of it is
mhm,
doing the same soul searching.
mhm,
Just as you were saying, we should try and travel. You don't need to be so rich to travel. You don't need to be so rich to think that if I go on vacation, vacation comes with a budget. If you
mhm.
can't stay in a hotel, stay in bread and breakfast. If you can't stay in bread and breakfast, I mean, lodge on a friend or something. A place where
B&B.
you can pay, yeah, a place where you can't pay so much in terms of a hotel, but it's still good if you can afford it. But
Yeah,
mom, you'll be surprised that some people have the money, but they will not even travel.
they won't go. Yeah.
Yeah, some people have the money, they will not change their clothes according to them. It is what they have is enough. Some people have the money and they will not change anything around themselves, even though they can afford it.
Mhm,
But if you can do a little self love or self check to see, do something, do a little out of the box to see what you are, then all these things that we are talking about can apply in. Don't just stay at one place and
yeah.
think, oh, I'm content and that is it.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
are like, we have to expand our horizons. You can't just stay in the
exactly.
same place. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
you need to just do something different.
Different, something
I
different.
know of a friend or a woman I know in the community, and then anytime, say, I have friends that when my daughters were young kids, we used to live in the West End, and we
Mm-hmm.
still see each other. One of the ladies is a Jamaican, the other one is Canadian, and we still try and go for. We haven't done it in the last 2 or 3 years because of different things that have happened. So I'll say,
Mm-hmm.
oh, maybe she'll call and I say, oh, I went for coffee, and it'll be like, oh, no more coffee, and I'm thinking, uh, Are you the type that, say, like, let's just stay home and make the fufu for the man to eat and this and that? Come on now, I got to get out and breathe. So, like that kind of life, like if you go do something exciting or whatever, then they look at it that you are being too frivolous, right? So it's like we've said a bit here. Yeah. We've said a bit here, so we'll just try to wrap up so that,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Basically, we're talking about loving yourself. Where is it? And be unapologetically, you love yourself. Loving yourself means respecting yourself, holding yourself with dignity. You don't allow anybody to come and misuse you, mistreat you. You do self-care, take time out, relax. You go for a spa, read a book, go for a walk, whatever. Go with some girlfriends, like you do something exciting, anything that, strikes your fancy. Like learn to take care of yourself and be whole. Like, I mean, we all have places inside us that need healing. Are we willing to take those pieces and look at it and say, hey, I'm going to work on it? Or am I still going to stuff it in and then go around being mean and, spewing our hurt and our anger at people? And then it even affects your children, it affects your spouse, it affects your friends and your relationships. So, and I'm speaking especially to the women. Like a lot of women have this mentality, fed by our culture that you have to be some superwoman who does everything and you are perfect and you're a good wife and you have to clean all the house and you have to cook. You'll die early. So I'm telling you, like, take it easy on yourself. Ask for help when you need it. You can't do everything. I wasn't born to come and be superhuman. There's things I can do outside of that, So I try to do that. Like, find ways to love yourself, to don't let life just pass you by, because maybe there's even all these things that you've tagged onto yourself in the name of responsibility. So I'm a wife, oh, I'm a mother, I'm a missus, I'm this. What about you? What do you want to do that you haven't done? You need to start looking at that. If you don't, it might be a little too late. So I'll leave you to do your comments. Sheila.
I I will add to it by saying we have placed the superwoman enough. we have we have let ourselves go. We have forgotten ourselves enough. We haven't given ourselves that chance to love ourselves that more. But the little that was in us, we have given it out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's about time we try to do our soul search and love ourselves a little more. Because as much as we might not know self love, the little that we have given it out.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go find what we can do to love ourselves a little more. We have played the superhero role too enough. Let's allow let's allow a helping hand with that.
Hi, Pastor Princess. Okay, so we're just wrapping up. Oh, okay. Oh, Chumesi says, oh, thank you. Thanks for coming on. So we'll take a short commercial break and then we'll say goodbye. I forgot to go on break. Let me see. Okay, nice. I always
Good
told
day,
her.
the beautiful you, Pastor P.
So yes, we're wrapping up. I forgot to show the link, but the book is Reflections for a Thirsty Soul. You can get your copy on Amazon. Saturday morning at 9 a.m. we'll be doing a book chat. And then Sunday evening at 6, we're back with the second episode of A Woman's Heart, Real Talk. So do join us. We look forward to seeing you. Bye-bye. And don't forget, learn to love yourself. It is okay. Take care of yourself. Honor yourself. Respect yourself. Draw your boundaries. It's okay to have boundaries. Don't allow people to just come and use you and throw you away. You are real. You are precious. Believe in yourself and honor yourself. Take care. Thank you. Bye, everyone. Thank you, Missy. Bye, Pastor P. Thank you, Miss. Is it Mr. Chumesi? Forgive me if I'm wrong. Okay. Bye bye.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
for
Sheila.
joining us.
Yes.
Bye.
Take care. Bye bye.